evening, everyone. I'm so excited. It's been a long day, but I'm excited to be here to bring you another broadcast. This is Parsons Acts, Parsons Alcohol Chemical Treatment Services, not treatment, training services. We're here to train you all about various programs or classes that we have to offer. For those who have been following us, we just want to say welcome again to Parsons Acts 101. And those who are joining us for the first time, we would like to say that if you are from a low income or moderate income family, please email me at pastorparson57 at gmail.com, pastorparson57 at gmail.com to have a self-certification form. We're not wanting to share your name, but we like to show some information that you are from the local community of Hagerstown so that we can have all the statistics sent to our supporters, which is the Department of Housing and Urban Development, as well as the CBDG grant program that we are being supported and are able to present these broadcasts through their support. Um, Last week, we talked about crack, and I just want to bring us up to tonight. And we're not going to talk too long on our summary, but we just want to remind you of what we talked about. We talked about the form of cocaine and is relatively a new form of cocaine developed for smoking. And it also, um, we talked about because cocaine hydrochloride will decompose if smoked directly, the hydrochloride must be converted back to a relatively pure base state, free basin. That's what that is, a free basin, before it is suitable for smoking. We also talk about, unlike cocaine based manufacture in the traditional freebase process, uh, crack, an off white substance resembling coagulated soap powder, is manufactured by converting hydrochloride back to a base primarily by using baking soda and water. And if we didn't have baking soda and water, then I believe that it was ammonia that was substituted. We also discussed the symptoms of crack abuse. When crack is smoked, the high is nearly instant, and the high usually lasts 3 to 5 minutes, but leave the user with an intense craving for more. Highly expensive, uh, but it's cheaper than using cocaine. The effects we talked about on the body. The immediate effects included dilated pupils and a narrowing of blood vessels. And it causes an increase in blood pressure, heart rate, breathing rate, and body temperature. Crack users lose their appetites and have trouble sleeping, and initially elevates the user's mood, temporarily filling the user with a sense of exhilaration and well being. As these effects wear off, however, the user's mind and body slide into a depression characterized by a let down feeling, dullness, tenseness, and edginess. We also talked about crack psychological effects, and users become violent, erratic, or paranoid behavior, oftentimes accompany the use of these drugs. This cocaine psychosis, which can occur in any cocaine user, may appear more rapidly in those who smoke crack. Affected users can be anxious, believe that they have superhuman powers, or become suspicious and paranoid to the point that they believe that their lives are in danger and react in bizarre or violent ways. Hallucinations are also common. Users hear or see things that do not exist. We even talked about some visual applications. And I believe that we had some questions that we did discuss of how health hazards from using crack, how crack uh, brings on health hazards. We also talked about the harmful effects crack uses and it has on the family. We discussed some of the harmful effects that crack uses has on society. We talked about the grave dangers of using street manufactured crack, how it is laced with another chemical of some sort, and how that it is dangerous. We also discussed how unsuccessfully sought for personal satisfaction. And that summary brings us up to tonight's lesson. Our topic tonight is on marijuana. Our lesson objectives is uh, we're first going to talk about our general information. The second thing will be our application, applying the general information, our visual application. And I think I have a story about Judah's testimony. So moving right along, um, we're going to look at my notes here and we're going to give some general information. Marijuana is one of the most widely used drugs among young people. 68% of young adults aged 18 to 24 have used marijuana at least once, and 31% of children aged 12 to 17 have tried it. 1 out of 20 high school seniors smokes marijuana daily. Then we want to know why our students are not doing as well as they used to or they should, because marijuana does affect or has impact on the brain, the body, and the future. Marijuana is derived from the hemp plant, Cannabis sativa, which grows throughout the world and is more common in tropical areas. And we want to mention what is commonly referred to as marijuana is a mixture of the crushed leaves, flowers, and even small branches of both the male and female plants of the species. The hashish is an extract of the plant material. Marijuana is known by many names on the street: pot, grass, weed, ganga, reefer, lid, roach, Mary Jane, local weed, and many others. I believe that we started out with this at the end of the class last week. Now let's take a look at our slide. Okay, the learning objective here is to increase your knowledge of the effects that marijuana has. Um, it has some impairment. It affects the health. It impacts future success. It is an addiction. and the perception, it does have an impact on the perception of harm. Marijuana, the basics. Okay, the common forms is marijuana is a green, brown, or gray mixture of dried, shredded leaves, stems, seeds, and flowers of the cannabis is plant. Marijuana contains more than 400 chemicals. That is an awful lot of chemicals to put in your body. And I know some people say, wow, no wonder I feel strange or I like the effect of it. But we have to stop and consider how much harm is it doing to me. And if you didn't know before tonight, then take notes that this is what is happening to you if you are a marijuana user. Buds have higher THC content. That's the main active chemical in marijuana. Okay, here are some common forms that you can look at. Does this look familiar? Okay, the common forms, hashes or hash, is a pure resin separated and collected from the following tops of the cannabis plant. Depending on purity, it varies in color from golden brown to black, and it can be smoked, eaten, or vaporized. Hashes oil is produced by removing the cannabis in oils from the plant material with a liquid. In the US, marijuana hashes or oils are scheduled controlled substances. The marijuana basics common forms continue. Marino is a Schedule 3 controlled substance that has the active chemical CBD and comes in pill form. Marino 1 is obtained through a prescription. And marijuana is usually smoked as a cigarette or a joint.